He introduced me to that miracle ministry that knew how to prepare atmosphere. You see, when the atmosphere of God come in a room, you can have whatever you want. If you grab a hold to that atmosphere like the woman grabbed a hold of Jesus' garment, you'll be healed just being in his presence. Jesus said, my Father is greater than I. Look how much greater. With Jesus, we age 50 years per year. When we get to God, we age 1,000 years per day. So in other words, if you age 50 years in 365 days, and you age 1,000 years every day for 365 days, that means that's you at the end of each year when you start working with Jehovah, you are 365,000 years old every year. Now just subtract 50 years from that. Just subtract 50 years from that. That will leave you with 315,000 years. That's how greater God is than Jesus. Just in numbers. When Jesus says in John 14, my Father is greater than I, right there we see how greater he is, how much greater. So, always such a glorious revelation. He was speaking of rank when he said that.
Yes.
All things are possible with God. Jesus told them that. Gabriel told Mary that. Nothing shall be impossible with God. We think because Jesus is the Son of God that all things are possible with him. He told me, he says, it's not. I said, Lord, you got to explain this because this is messing me up. Come on.
Yes.
Now, I haven't even got into the mystery yet. I'm just still in Revelation.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
He said these words to me. He says, for instance, I can't tell you when I'm coming back.
Right.
He says, no man know the day nor the hour, not angels, not a man. Then he says, not even the Son of God. If Christ had watched his ultimate power, he has all power, but not ultimate power. Yeah. Because the Bible says that when he deliver up the kingdom, he shall give it back over to God, who shall be all in all. Yeah. He says, David, if all things were possible with me, I could tell you when I'm coming. But like you told the apostles, it's not for you to know the times and seasons, watch this, which the Father has put in his own hands. That means it ain't in Jesus' hands, it's in God's hands. Y'all not hearing? Yes. And the reason why the miracles in the Old Testament through the men of old were more powerful, because they were working with someone greater than the Holy Spirit, greater than Christ. They were working with Jehovah. Y'all not hearing? See, Jesus said, the works that I do shall you do also. The works that I do shall you do also. But then he says, you're going to be able to do greater than me. And he says, why? Because I go to my Father. It's about the Father. Yes. Wow. He says, for instance, he says, David, he says, when the apostles asked to sit on my right hand and left, he says, I can't give it to you. It's already reserved for them who's been appointed of my what? Father. Jesus was saying, he says, how can I make the decision to put you on my right hand when it was God who put me at his own right hand? Jesus didn't get up from the grave on his own. God raised him from the dead. Y'all not hearing this. Come on. Jesus looked at me, he said these words. He says, David, because there's not been enough teaching on the Father. He says, this is what's keeping y'all out of this realm. I said, Lord, what do you mean? He said these words to me. He says, David, this blew my brain away. I'm telling you, you get around Jesus, he'll break up your theology. He looked at me, he says, David, all things are not possible with me, but all things are possible with my Father. Yes. Your walk with me. He says, you remember when I appeared to you in a dream. And I had this dream. Let me tell you about it. I had this dream. Jesus was at a table. He had on a white robe. He sat at a table, and I sat at the other end of the table. There was a cup on the table. He says, I've come to teach you Mark chapter 14. You know where he says, if you shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea. And if you don't doubt in your heart, you'll have whatsoever it will remove. He says, I've come to show you the true revelation of that. He says, because most of you in my body have missed this. I said, what are you talking about? He says, I'm going to show you. This cup was on the table. Jesus is in this dream at a table with me. He says, now watch. He just looked at the cup, and the thing slid across the table.
Jesus, yes.
Now see, religion started to attack my mind at that point. I started saying, that's witchcraft. Then I had to rebuke myself. Wait a minute, this is Jesus. He can do anything he wants. That's how all these people were healed out of these wheelchairs, in wheelchairs for many years. So I started to change. So I looked at Jesus, and he is so humble, because I didn't think about it till afterwards. Why am I asking him to ask her the question when the Son of God is standing in front of me? I could have asked him. But he smiled. He didn't say, he says, go, you can go over there and ask her, talk to her. I ran over there to Catherine Kuhlman on the bridge of life, over that bridge of life. When I walked up to her, she smiled at me. She had that red hair she's always had. And then she says, hi, David. That's what she said. I was like, how do you know me? She says, everybody in heaven knows you. Because you talk about Jesus so much on earth. You have been one of the foremost people upon the earth that has went after the relationship and has expanded his name